What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Juby Wise, man. Just tapping back in. Man, bro, I really cracked the code. You know, I was sleeping on my old equipment, man. I was sleeping on it. I said, yo, let me bring the Fantom X6 back out. You know what I mean? I always used it, but I was kind of like using it to run sounds through the MPC. But I just had a certain type of feel. I had this since the early 2000s. And I had a certain type of feel with this joint. So I was like, the way the drums swing, the way everything about it, man. The effects that's in here, you know, it's a Roland product. You know what I mean? Y'all love the SP404, but this joint got a monster effects in it. You know what I mean? It sure does, man. But yeah, so I was like, yo, like I said in my other video, man, I'm kind of getting tired of samples. You know, I'm not tired of samples, of course not, but sometimes you got to just get creative, you know what I mean? Even if you don't have the skill to play, you just play long enough, man, you'll figure something out, you know what I mean? So that's what I did tonight, man. First of all, what I did, I hooked this joint up to the computer. See, that's how outdated and how slow I am with the computers, man. I really didn't know that you could even hook this thing up to a computer. I was sleeping on it, you know. You know, I was green. I was green. So like back in the day, I just got this joint, ripped it out the box and just played with the internal sounds. I never put no drum kits in there, so I was only playing with stock sounds, and I was making some alright joints, man, where people was messing with it. But had I known that you could hook it up to a computer, I probably still wouldn't have did it back then anyway, because I was like anti-computer. I knew everybody was jumping on Fruity Loops and different things like that and Pro Tools, but I just, you know, I'm an OG when it comes to that, man. I really can't, you know what I mean? Even now, you know, it took me forever to try to get this joint to download. But the good thing about the old instrument, you know, the old synthesizers and beat machines, when you got them back in the day, man, they gave you a book. They gave you a book, man, and I kept my joint since like 2004, man. Kept my joint. So, yeah, look, you know what I mean? The book with everything, you know. Brother wasn't reading back then, you know what I mean? Well, I was reading spiritual books, but not like manuals and, you know, we crack it open. This is like a Bible. Whoa, excuse me. This joint is like a Bible, but it came in handy today. And of course, YouTube. It's hard to really find people still cooking up on these joints, but you could find some videos 15 years old and all of that, you know what I mean? So that's what I did. Ran it through there. Because it's not like the MPC, like, or the modern ways of transferring. So I transferred like a lot of drum kits and different samples and things of that nature on here, and it appeared like it was going straight to my card that's in here. But when you get in here, it was another step. Like every time I went to the card, it was empty. So I was like, yo, what am I doing wrong? So I kept going back, downloading it again. I have no memory. These cards, man, came with like 8 gigs, bro. 8 gigabytes, you know what I mean? Like, that was like the max. That was amazing back then. And I think the board comes with 32 gigabytes. You know, that's nothing nowadays. But anyway, so my card is filled up just from putting a couple of samples on the joint. But yeah, when I would like load it up in here, it was blank. But then there was a whole nother step I had to go through. Like they in there, but they not in there. Then you gotta upload them again. So I figured that joint out, man. I was psyched. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I was just messing around, man. Messing around. Let me see how this joint sounds, huh? Hope it ain't coming in too hot. Yeah. And you don't stop, and you don't quit, and you don't stop and don't quit. Yeah, I love this machine, man. The swing is crazy that you get naturally. You know, you get your joint natural, and it catch it too. It don't play with it. You know what I mean? I feel like the MPC still play with the swing a little bit. Like it won't give you, like it won't let your hi-hats really get loose like sometimes, you know what I mean? Maybe it's just me or the way the samples, I don't know, it just don't got that. I guess the keys, that's how I learned how to play beats. It's on keys, so that key with the velocity sensitivity is different than the pad, you know what I mean? So you can kind of rock with that joint. Back onto this, man. Getting back onto this, B. It's my jump. Yeah, let me let y'all hear some of these effects. Effects on here, man. Effects was crazy. I got I'm gonna put the effect on that little piano right there. Just check it. It's a limiter. The gate made it out. Delay. Long delay. Serial delay, modulation delay, hold on, let me really let you hear how this joint. Let me let you hear how them effects be taking place. That pan delay. This thing got a ton of joints. Got the tape echo. Got that lo-fi noise. You know, Roland is king of the lo-fi, man. Naturally, in this joint. Shoot. Lo-fi compressor. Lo-fi compressor. Yeah, lo-fi radio. I don't even be seeing them joints. Look, you got a lo-fi radio, son. Got the telephone, phonograph, pitch shifter, 2-voice pitch shifter. Got step pitch. Yo, there's just so many effects, man. Who need plugins? overdrive chorus, the overdrive chorus, the overdrive, delay, distortion. enhancer delay, chorus delay. Bro, back in the day, I didn't even really mess with none of this. You know what I mean? Bro, this joint is dope, yo. What did I have on there, though? I think I threw a compressor on there. Look at the wah-wah. And you could change all of the settings to your likings. Humanizer. Speaker. Yeah, man. We're gonna get busy with this joint, man. Damn, I threw the sample to the side for today, man. Didn't really touch it. Been focusing on this. Bring this back out the box. And the sounds is still superb. You know what I mean? If you grab one of these joints, you won't be losing a step, man. The sounds in it is amazing. You can still make a hit with that joint if that's what you're looking to do. You know, I'm just looking to cook up. But if you try and make hits, you could do it with this, bro. Pop hits, all of that. Yeah. Yeah, I played everything out on this. It could be better. I ain't no, you know what I mean? But we getting there. That was it, man. I just wanted to show y'all. Man, look for them old synthesizers, man. Get them joints if you can, man. They hot. I holla.